I forgot. It's okay. It's fine. It is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. Hello, everyone, and welcome. So, that you guys are having a great week. We are at the end of the calendar week itself. So, of course, we're going to go ahead and get into a weekend reading. See what Saturday and Sunday holds for us, as well as some of today, or all of today. The day is not over. The day hike just started, but it is what it is. You get what I'm saying. So I'm very excited. And we're just going to go ahead and dive in right after I moisturize my lips and drink some water. All right, so as always, we're going to go ahead and start off with a proverb and just see kind of what it holds for us, okay? See what's going on, see what's happening. Yeah, see what it all entails. Okay. What do we have for the weekend? Sorry to think about. What do we have for the weekend for water signs? Water signs. What do we have this weekend for earth signs? And what do we have this weekend for air and fire? Was immediately, as soon as I started shuffling, Spirit was like, do it for fire, do it for fire, do it for fire. And I was like, okay. It's like, and then go ahead and do the rest of the signs. And then air came out before I was even able to finish as well. So what I'm going to actually do is I'm going to break it down, and we're going to do, I should have put it over. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and do a reading for all of the elements just for the weekend. So it won't be extensive as the one that I did for the month, but it will still give you a little bit of information for that. I'll just say apply it to your sun, your moon, your rising, your Venus if you're feeling saucy, and we'll go from there. If you're like me, then only applies to like 2 elements. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and dive into fire. Let's go ahead. Fire got 64. 64 is about the end. It is literally the end. It's the last card. It's the final card, right? It is about the end, right? It's like you're right there, right? And with the new moon on the 16th, it is like it's right around the corner. This accumulation of what you've been waiting for. It's like the process of all of the proverbs coming together. It's like, okay, now applying that, using that, it's before completion, and making sure that you're not losing faith, making sure that you're synced to the plan, making sure that you were just staying consistently authentic. It's that before the completion, right? But they're gonna say it a lot more cuter than I am, I guess. We have before completion, above fire, below water, which is funny because water is right after you. We have, in nature, fire burns upward and water flows downward. They do not combine in these positions, so no immediate progress is made. Making sure that everything is serving its natural purpose will ensure a positive outcome. Attend to details as completion draws near. Help things move naturally toward success. Again, just staying in balance, just continuously being authentically yourself. So, again, above fire, below water. You are literally that balance. So it's beautiful. It's looking good for you this weekend. Just keep it up. Don't lose that hope. Next we have is water, which is the number 3. Okay, this is about the start, which is hilarious. It literally says, the card is difficulty at the beginning. And it's about the starting of the process being a little hard, being a little confusing. What's the word I'm looking for? Just being difficult, just being a little rough. It's like, okay, damn. Whoo, shit. It's because we already got the completion. We're done with that, and now it's starting anew, starting with change. And water signs sometimes, yes, we are supposed to go with the flow, but sometimes we're like, I can stay in a pond for a little while. It's like, no, you need to open up yourself to a lake, to the stream of the ocean. Just allow that. Sometimes allow that change, allow that redirection. Water is always changing. That is literally the cycle. Water is what can go into every element, right? It can be gas, it can be liquid, it can be solid, right? So it's a means of allowing that change. If there's difficulty at the beginning, maybe there's a sense of readjustment of the mind, of the self, of the environment, of what you're planning, things of that sort. So difficulty at the beginning is just a matter of, there, of course, it's going to be difficulty. You're starting out again, you're a novice, you're new. It's like, you're getting to learn things again, so don't be so hard on yourself. So it's allowing that balance in self. So we have above water, well, thunder. Thunderclouds release rain that eases tension caused by chaos or confusion. As a new undertaking begins, it sometimes takes the release of pent-up stress to push on to the next step. Thunder can't hold water above it. The rain must fall. In the storm's aftermath, new clarity will emerge. Again, the difficulty is just like, okay, where do I go? So allowing that change. Maybe it's a change of mindset, change of that. They're saying release. What are you not releasing? Are you not releasing an actual situation? Are you not actually releasing your emotions in crying or expressing it? Are you not allowing yourself to release all the stress of overworking yourself and not actually relaxing, right? What do you need to release? So again, you need to release that so that way the difficulty can kind of just, whoof, it's pent up. You just got done with something and now you're starting something new and it can be a little difficult at the beginning. All right. Where's my heart? Next that we have is Earth, which is 49. Hi, Rookie. Which is revolution. Revolution. This is exactly what it sounds like. It's a revolution. It's starting. It's starting deliberate chaos. It's starting organized chaos. It's starting structured chaos, right? It's in a way and in a path and in a mindset of thinking, I just got to keep going. Right? It's like with the revolution, it's like you can't listen to a lot. You have to hone in on self so that way you can stay grounded in your morals, your mindset, your thinking, all of it, and allowing yourself that pathway. Right, and taking all of that in. So when that happens, it's a revolution. It's a change. It's evolving. It's, do you want a revolution? Woo, woo. I said, right. It's that breaking free. It's that independence. It's that mindset of release. It's that letting go. It's like, this has to happen because that's where the evolution is. You are revolting against what is currently here because it is not working for you. It's not working for your production. It's not working for your mindset. It's not working. Whatever it is, it's currently not working in a system that you can actually operate in. So it's in a means of needing to revise and readjust, and that is allowing you to evolve, right? So it says, above lake, below fire, the light of fire strives upward as the dark lake presses down. They seem intent on a mutual destruction, yet this is the same battle of light and dark that plays out in the seasonal changes. What may seem like a revolution against the natural order may in fact be its fulfillment. The time calls for a testing of intention and purpose, whether evolution or revolution. Okay? Again, taking that reflection, that step back, reevaluating to evolve. Right? Do you want a revolution? Do you want a revolution? Do you? Take that in. Okay? Recognize that. Whew. Let's go ahead and go to 26, which is air. Okay? All right. We have the taming power of the great. Okay, air signs don't ever want to listen. Sometimes. Okay, so it's in a means of allowing yourself that when you are stepping into your power, into this force, into allowing yourself to recognize what you have, what you hold inside. It's the taming of that power. Because sometimes when we tap into something, it's like this explosion because it was waiting a while, right? It's that untapped potential. It's that cracking the dam and it bursts open. So it's a matter of taming that, allowing it to slowly flow out in a way that doesn't feel overwhelming to the point where you may be rejecting it, you may be neglecting it, which is completely different. You may be objective to it. It's certain things where just like you want to make sure that when this power that you are recognizing, you are honing, you are taking in, you are developing, you are gathering what is due. Whatever it is, it's the taming of that power and the recognition that it is limitless in its flow, but you also need to make sure that you are in a physical body that does have its limits to not overwhelm yourself. So just kind of tame it, okay? So we have heaven is the great creative force, the mountain is stability and steadiness. This is the taming power of the great. Discipline and method that sustain creativity and give it form. Daily renewal of good habits requires strength of character. This leads to success. The divine spirit finds satisfaction in manifesting great works. So again, like I said, sustains creativity and give it form. Discipline and method. Like I said, that limitless other power, make sure that it's not overtaking you to a point where it's like, there has to be a balance. You're encapsulating yourself with heaven right now, baby. You're on the earthly realm. Just calm down, slow down. It's okay to slow down a bit and hone in on a skill, hone in on one thing, focus on it, get structured, get disciplined, and then take it from there. Okay? Let's see what's going on with the love for the signs. With the love for the signs. The love for the signs. What elements? Elements, signs, elements. You get it? I hope you guys getting it. Like fires, Aries, etc. Okay. I said it like y'all agreed, but I hope that y'all agreed. You know, if you didn't, and that small clarification helped. What do we have for fire for love for this weekend? Fire for love for this weekend. I don't have for fire for love this weekend. Fire for love this weekend. Ooh. Ooh. Sorry, it's a little confusing. Can you clarify a little bit more? Just a little bit more information is needed for short-term connection, please. Okay. And then can we clarify commitment? Got it. Okay, I was a little confused because the cards that we got were short-term connection and commitment. And I was confused because commitment typically means long-lasting, long-standing. That's where we're deciding to be committed to each other or each other's, depending on what your relationship is, monogamous or polyamorous. It's a means of this is what we decided to be committed to in that sense, right? That connection. And I was confused. I'm like, short-term, how does it make sense? So it's in a means because when I asked for clarification, they got respect boundaries. Right? So Spirit is saying that if you want an actual long-term connection, you actually want that commitment, you want that experience that lasts long, you don't have to worry, the stress, the fun, whatever it is in that sense, in order, you don't want it to be short, you don't want to go back out there again, you don't want to put yourself through the process, or you are enjoying this person and you don't want to lose this person and or persons. It's in a means of thinking. You have to respect the boundaries that are put in place of this person. Just because you are in a relationship with this person does not mean you have all access to them, right? Does not mean you are able to control them. Does not mean that you are able in a sense of like this. That's going to make it short term. When you're only thinking about yourself in a relationship, it causes confliction because you're not in a relationship. Now you're in a dictatorship. Now I'm telling you what to do. I'm telling you how to operate. I'm telling you how to feel. And now it slowly becomes that, right? And or in a means of controlling a person to a point and or trying to push a person to a point because you want that access. You want that love. And it doesn't allow an actual long-term commitment when you're not respecting boundaries as they're presented to you vocally and expressed like, nah, that I don't like this is because of this. This is why I do this. This is because of what this is. This is what I like. This is what I don't like. I just need my time. I don't. Whatever it is, right? But that comes in a means of communication. That comes in a means of, are you actually able to do that for that person? Can you actually stick around for that point, right? To actually respect somebody's boundaries, because you have to take a look into yourself. Well, why do I feel the need to not respect this person's boundaries in this area? To not listen to them when they said something, to not believe them, to question them, whatever it is. That's going to cause a short-term connection because you're not going to be connected to the person in that sense. Okay, so respect boundaries. You don't have all access to this person just because this person is allowing you in their life, right? Respect boundaries. Respect what this person has set forth and what they won't tolerate, because they will leave. Not in the means of controlling you, saying you don't do this, just I don't allow this. I'm not having this. I don't like this. This doesn't give me comfort. Right? And it's in that discussion, okay? And or look at the word boundaries and go from there. It's easy, Google. So then we got commitment, and we have mutual feelings. This is why Spirit is saying take a step back and respect people's boundaries, because the commitment that you are looking for, so is this other person. That is a mutual feeling. That is a mutual thing that you guys are looking for, is commitment, loyalty, compassion, joy, traveling together, laughing together, crying together, and healing each other, whatever it is, and all in the means, right? Again, whether you're monogamous or polyamorous, they have this mutual feeling. But it's not going to be mutual anymore if you keep overstepping the bounds. And that's where overcoming challenges comes in. So maybe there's a conversation that needs to be had about like, hey, how can I be better in this relationship? What's going on? Can you let me, like whatever, you guys know how you guys conversate with each other. So go from there, because this is a way to overcome the challenges of recognizing that, hey, I can't have all access to this person. Just because I feel this way and I want this and I want this person to do this, now it's becoming a means of I want to control this person. Don't do that. Just share how you're feeling and why you want things that way, and then work from there. So that way it's not a means of controlling somebody to a point where now you're overstepping it, because now you want to be comfortable. What do we have for love for water? We have for love for water for this weekend. Wow, I like it. Anything else for I'll be trying to I'm biased, thank you. Anything else for water for this weekend, Spirit? For all of purpose? I'm biased. I feel like this is what they're giving us for the water signs. Alright. So we have love is a verb. That means action has to be put forth into the love that you are professing into other people's lives, right? If you love somebody, that means you typically care about somebody. When you care about somebody, you want to show that in a way of expression, whether it be spending time together, whether that be just checking up on them, whatever it is. Love is an action. Love is a verb. It has to be used because it is energy. People forget that love is energy. That's why people crave it. That's why people are addicted to it, no matter what they love, no matter what it is. Whether in your mind, like, I don't know how they love that. It's action. It's a verb. It's an energy that continuously feeds on you in the best way possible, because you feed on it. And it's just, not feed, give. Thank you. Wrong word. Received. Give and receive, that reciprocation of it all, that enlightenment of it all. So if love is a verb, it says actions speak louder than words, right? So it means of taking that step further of like, I love this person. How can I get this energy that I'm feeling inside for the love of this person outward? Okay? And we have you. Bless my heart, bless myself, bless my throat. We have you are ready. Okay? You are ready to actually start putting yourself out there. That's it. Start putting in your guard down if you're in a relationship, and allowing yourself to be more vulnerable. You are ready to start putting yourself out there to look at the date. You just allow yourself. You are ready, because love is a verb. You have all this love, and you're giving, receiving it, and then you want to express it in different ways, but you're not putting any action into it. That can be an issue. So put some action into it. But that also leads back to the proverb of not being afraid to put some action and stuff. Release that, so that way we can go back into the air. All right. Spirit. What do we have for earth signs for love? Anything else for earth signs? Anything else for earth signs? Anything else for earth signs for the collective for this weekend? Anything else? Anything else for this weekend? Alrighty. Ooh, good. We have lessons learned, falling in love, and express your needs. Okay? So what lesson learns, that kind of pulls back to the revolution of, are you ready for that evolution? Are you ready for that change or reevaluation? The difference. Are you going to take the lessons learned and add a little bit of just what may feel like a distraction to meet brand new? Something there. So we have lessons learned. So that can be a lesson learned through communication, through an epiphany, lessons learned by way of losing something and or someone and or something coming back. We have lessons learned as a means of ways of communicating. I got it now. I see why that happened. Okay. I get it. I understand how I want to be better loved, is how I'm hearing. I understand how I want to be better loved. I understand how I want to be better heard and seen and felt in an actual romantic relationship, right? No matter, again, if it's in a means of, I can't think. But whether it is in monogamous or polyamorous, whatever it is, it's lessons learned. It's taking that and actually now applying that to you. Because we have falling in love. Again, this is a means of recognizing, like, I can do this. I can take that step. I can go in a direction I didn't think was possible, right? Because now that I have learned something, I have gained knowledge, I have gained wisdom, I have gained an understanding of how I want to operate better in a relationship, how I want it to be set up in a strong foundation in my relationship, things of that sort, and allowing that in. That is a lesson learned. So now that way, when I am going and falling in love, as they say, and I'm coming into a person that's not a means of taking any past with me, it's not in a means of shrinking my idea or mindset in that sense. It's in a means of actually taking it all in. So that way you can actually allow yourself to be truly vulnerable. Because the thing with love, like I said, it is energy, but you also have to be open to receiving it. Because if not, it can lead to just issues, and that is blocking your heart. That is blocking the chakra that allows you to heal a lot of things, allows you compassion and patience and grace with self and with others. So this lesson learned is going to allow you a lot more of opening within that heart chakra as well, and as well as your throat chakra, which is expressing your needs, right? Is it a means of no longer being like, I want just end this argument or this conversation, or I'm not going to bring it up because I don't want to talk about it. I'm not going to say what I like now because I don't want it to change the relationship. It's just being able to vocally express your needs now, being able to feel like I can do this and it's actually going to be reciprocated because now I'm actually putting action into what I learned, and they're going to do the same because we're falling in love. But it's a means of allowing yourself that openness of receiving that and allowing yourself to express your needs, right? And not in a means of like in the thoughts of not without the other person, but in the thoughts of like, this is how I want to feel in a relationship. This is what I want to encapsulate me and my foundation and my roots, what I am or not looking for at this moment in time, what I truly actually want, what I truly actually desire. Do I even want to be in a relationship? You know, I can fall in love with a lot of things, right? Do I actually truly want that, or am I just looking for an actual connection, right? Where I can express my needs and it's reciprocated. And then maybe it can turn into something where I am able to fall in love, right? Maybe I'm not even looking. So it's in a means of, again, just looking at that reevaluation of self, evolutionize, change. What do we have for air signs for love for this weekend? Spirit for the collective. Love is a verb. It's a lot of cards. Spirit, anything else for the air signs? Y'all are probably happy singing on top of the moon right now, because y'all the only one I was over here singing for. And it looks really good. I mean, I'm not saying that it looks bad, but just looks good. This looks really nice. Anything else for the collective for the air signs? Oh yeah, oh yeah. All right. So for the air signs, we have release the past, let go, letting go. And I think you guys actually will. From the looks of this reading, it looks like you guys, you're actually wanting to. And now you're actually putting forth like the action to do so, which is love as a verb, right? It's letting you know that now you're putting action into wanting to love yourself and wanting others to love you in a way that is not holding on to something that is not actually here to give you energy of love, but the other people are. And that allows you a fresh start, a new beginning, a new direction, a new cleanse of self, a new sense of cleanse of the soul, mindset. It's replenishing. It's allowing yourself to let go And just like, I'm ready, put a little bit more, and allow others to put more into me, and to let go and to just open my hands like, yeah, I'll take that. I'll allow that. Yeah, right? It's allowing yourself that. And it could be with somebody that you have time apart with, right? That you haven't talked to with a while, that you haven't been with in a while, or been around, haven't communicated, whatever it is. It's time apart. Right? And that time apart will lead to just honest conversations, because with this revelation of you releasing the past, of you letting go, of you recognizing exactly what you want, saying, hey, I want a fresh start. I really do. This is what I want. This is that. And that can lead to true love. Okay? So allow those honest conversations to happen after you have realized that I'm ready to release, and now you're putting action into that. That is really beautiful. So be ready for those honest conversations and be ready to receive that. Okay? So there's what we got for love. Let's see. Oh, we're doing beautiful. Let's take a gander, take a look inside the book. We're going to go ahead and do In the Shadows and The Hidden Truth. We're going to make this short. Spirit told me to grab it when I was doing the love reading. So, all right. So we're going to go ahead, fire sign, before completion. What do we have for In the Shadows for the fire signs? We have I'm sorry. Oh. I'm missing it. It's the day I was born. Okay. We have I'm sorry. Okay. What are you sorry for? What are you apologizing for? I know we have a soul connection. I'm happy that it's over. Why are they happy that it's... We have, I know you're watching me and I forgive you. Oh. Hold on. I scared myself that day. Is that why you're apologizing? Because you're scared yourself that day? You're happy that it's over? Is that why you're forgiving the person? Because they did something? And you know that they're watching you because you guys have a soul connection? Alright. Anything else? Anything else, Spirit, for the fire for the weekend? Anything else for In the Shadows? So what you may be dealing with in your mind and the depths of your soul, kind of like your subconscious, what you kind of haven't really been thinking about, but have been thinking about every now and again, like, why am I dreaming about this? Why am I thinking about this? Why is this happening? Yada, 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 right? This is what it is. It's your shadows. It's what you're trying to, haven't really illuminated the light on yet, and what you kind of need to take a comparison to. So we have, I forgive you, I'm happy that it's over. So it could have been a situation that happened where you're just like, I gotta forgive this person, but I am happy that it's over. Instead of means of understanding that you do know that you have a soul connection, but it's like that's it. It's just I can't. I have to forgive you for it, but in this lifetime, maybe not, baby. Okay? So you are happy that it's over, right? You are sorry because you also did something that day in the means of you scaring yourself and you pushing yourself to a limit because of what this person did. Doesn't excuse your behavior. Okay? Doesn't excuse their behavior. Okay? But you scared yourself that day, and it's in a means of also probably why you're like, I don't want to push myself to the brink of that again, and I feel like that person will do that because of the soul connection, right? Which is probably why you know that they're watching you, or you can see that they're watching you, or you're just whatever it is, right? Your dreams, your visions, you are seeing signs, messages, whatever it is. It's like sometimes like if you actually know that you're not thinking about a person actively, you're wondering, could just be maybe in your soul that cleanse, that works. Cleanse it out. Cleanse it out. Take a nice bath. We are more alike than I meant. Okay? I think we got this on Wednesday, if I'm remembering correctly. We got this on Wednesday. We did. We are more alike than I meant. So that can also be why you want to forgive this person. You're scared yourself, and you understand because you understand how this person operates because you guys are more alike. Right? So in the shadow of yourself, it's in a means of letting me know that you still miss this person, but you're just like, I can't go back because it's just not gonna happen. And not a means of like I know I'm not going to go back in a means of like, I just don't think now is the right time to go back. Especially with you being at the end of something before completion. This can be why you're thinking about it. Because you know you are taking a step in a different direction. And just like, going back. Right? You're not quite scared. You're not quite ready yet. You understand it. You know that they're watching you. But you're just like, now's not the time. Right? No, it's not the time. Just right now. Okay? The reason I'm saying that is because I'm looking at the cards. Anyways, we have, I hope that you can forgive me. Oh, this is also the hidden truth. Okay, so this is a little bit more on the top layer, a little bit more on what you're trying to lie to yourself about, a little bit more actively than what you are actually feeling inside of your soul, the depths, okay? I hope that you can forgive me one day, right? So it's in a means of, I forgive you, I hope that you can also forgive me one day, especially again for the encounter that happened and what went on. We have, I left you before you could leave me, and definitely physically decided to leave. Scared yourself the day, feel like this cannot be worked through, this cannot be dealt with, this is just the end, we'll have to try another time. I left you before you could leave me. We're not going to try that because then it's sometimes I'm getting an issue with accountability of actually dealing with the shit that you need to deal with. It's a more like, see this fire behind my ass, and it's like, no, it means that you having to actually take accountability and actually do that before completion, which is why they said be a little more authentic, disciplined, structured, setting up in that balance. Allow yourself to take accountability and start actually telling yourself the truth, especially before you start taking steps in a direction that is led by self, which is always, okay? So, I left you before you could leave me. We have, I know I messed up everything, okay? So, it's in a means of feeling like you're taking on like this soul issue with the relationship, when in the means of in the shadows, there was both issues in relationships on both and or either partners' parts. Okay, I like to be very inclusive here. So it's in a means of understanding exactly the part that you played in it and why it may have led that person to do that as well. Why that was the snowball effect of what you started to into there, right? So taking that in of recognizing again what you did. Again, I feel you even though we are apart. It's that soul connection. It's that I know you're watching me. I can see you in my dreams. I can see the previous people that see my, whatever it is, whatever is going on. It's this feeling, this connection, right? You want to cut that? Do a sword cutting, baby. I ain't going to tell you how to do that. Figure that out on your own. Okay, if you truly want to do the work. Or just allow yourself to have a conversation if that is what is needing to be had. And it sounds like it's just a matter of taking accountability. And you need it. And yeah. We do have, I'm grateful for the spiritual lesson, which is always beautiful. So that means, again, you've learned something, which is why you were on that before completion and why this is probably coming up a whole lot more. And the Venus retrograde is just a nice kicker in Leo for the fire signs, okay? So it's a matter of taking all of that in. It says, I want to be more than friends. You may still be connected with this person, but not as close, and or you are feeling this connection with this person, and you're feeling like, and so you're calling it friend. But friend, I feel like it's really a vague statement on here dealing with this. So that's how I interpret it. So yeah. We have you came closer than anyone, which is probably why, most likely, most definitely, why you got this spiritual lesson as well. Why it is something that you're also dealing with internally, not just on the hidden truth depths of it, but also deep in your shadows. And we last card we have is we will be together again. That's why I said, not at this moment. But again, when you are approach this with full accountability and taking on responsibility of what that means as well. The part that you play, you're knowing that you messed up, you understand that you messed up, you know how you fucked up. Take that in. Bless you, mamas. Take that in. Oh my God, apologize correctly. I just finished Hunter x Hunter. That's what he said. G said, apologize correctly. All right, water signs, what we got for in the shadows for you in your depths and your hidden, especially since you are having difficulty at the beginning. Let's take a look and see what's dealing. What's going on in the shadows for the water signs this weekend? I love myself enough to walk away. What else do we have for the water signs for this weekend? Bless you, mamas. We got more alike than I admit. Oh. Anything else, Spirit, for the water signs? We can just kind of short and brief. I am different now. Anything else, Spirit, before I close it out for the water signs for this weekend? Lazy way. Beautiful. Alrighty. Every time I see this card, I can still see you standing there. I think of the Summer Walker meme when she's just like... Okay. So... Ooh. Okay, so yeah, I love myself enough to walk away. So it's given that you decided to walk away from a situation and or truly release a situation, which is currently what the card is about. So you're either deciding to truly release a situation, truly walk away from a situation, let go, whatever it is. You love yourself. You're recognizing that whatever that is not currently here. Again, that feeding in the energy of love. Love is an energy. It is very potent. It's very concentrated. It's the start of a lot of things, of everything, of anything. Okay? So I love myself enough to walk away. You're recognizing that that is top tier. That you thinking about a past love, remembering it, going over it, fantasizing about it, whatever it is, struggling through it, pushing through it, forcing through it, any of that, you love yourself enough to walk away. That is in the shadows, and that's in what you're currently recognizing and what you are dealing with, whether you have and or haven't yet. We are more alike than I admit. And that is in terms of, this is quite a reflection of myself, and now I need to separate from what currently is feeding into what I don't want, so that way, again, I can release and actually heal and take the proper consumption to digest exactly what I need to push it back out and push out what I don't, right? And that's what leads to I am different now. But that also leads to I took the easy way out, because it was in a means of versus me dealing with somebody that is also a reflection of me and me working through that. Maybe you are dealing with the fire sign because it's kind of giving the same conclusion. If that's synapses, maybe you're not. Who knows? Well, it has, I took the easy way out, and I am different now. I am thinking different now. It's not to say that it didn't work. You loved yourself enough to walk away, but you also was a means of, did you communicate with this person? Did you speak it up? Were you vocal? So you took the easy way out, and or you allowed this person to walk away. It was like, all right, peace, I'm gonna release you. You did it, and I'm gonna let you skedaddle, right? And it's not in a means of, again, not forcing, pushing, constricting the love if it's not working. Please use discernment. I'm not talking about toxic shit that's just like no. I mean, in a means of like, this could have just been a simple conversation, right? This could have been a simple misunderstanding that happened between us, okay? It says, I never used to look at you in that way. So now that you are different, you are looking at the relationship, the past, and why you are releasing it in a different way because of where you are now. And the knowledge, the information, the healing that you've done, the work that you've done, all of it. It's like, I never used to look at you in that way, but now I am. Now I'm realizing exactly the full synapses of the situation. I can still see you standing there. So it could have been a conversation in person. It could have been the last time that you've seen this person. It could have just been a very staple situation that happened in a relationship, and it's like, I can just still see you standing there. And that's why I look at you differently now too, right? We also have, I hope I will see you again sometime. So again, it's that I'm missing you kind of thing, right? And again, that in the means of change. I never used to look at you in that way. I'm looking at you differently, especially since I'm recognizing that we are way more alike than I like to admit. Yeah, I'm looking at you completely differently now that I'm different. Whoa. That's not something I want to deal with. You're just like me, but I don't want to deal with you. Oh, no. Right? It's kind of scary. That's probably why you want to see the person again. Because they're hoping that they're changed too. Right? So we have... Oh, my God. Oh, my... Anything else for the water signs? Y'all are hilarious. Wow. All right. Anything else for the water signs for the collective for the weekend. Anything else? Ooh. Okay. Yeah. Definitely a conversation could have been had. A lot of conflict resolution was not happening in this relationship. Maybe you were dealing with the fire sign because some of this is just kind of speaking on the same thing, context. We have the first card that popped out was we will be together again. Like it's that funny thing of like that this is gonna happen because of this, but once you release that, and if you're still at that conclusion, and it's in a meaningful discernment, intuition, love-filled way of like, okay, I can go back out and reach this person because again, it's Venus retrograde. Don't make decisions that are very like, whew, kind of think it through. It's not in the means of not doing it. Think it through. That is always what a retrograde is about. It's taking another step back because that is what it looks like. The planets are moving backwards. Taking another step back and actually thinking about it. Okay? Just think about it. Sit with it. Release what needs to be released so that way you're not holding on to things that are actually not going to help you forward in this relationship with that's where you decide to go. Okay? He says, I want you is the next card that came out. Next one was you speak to me through music. So it's in a means of, again, missing this person, loving this person. It says, I feel you even though we are apart. It is that connection, that release that needs to happen. That it's the beginning of something. And sometimes when we're beginning something, also we yearn for what we used to have, right? Because we're starting something new, we have to get something new, readjust to something new. So when you're doing that, again, just be mindful because this just means, will we get again? It's like, am I holding on to something that is actually truthful for the future where I'm going? Or am I just thinking about the past, even though I'm currently here in the present either way? Okay? So it says, I know that I crossed the line with you. Again, it's a means of fucking up, which is probably why you took the easy way out because you know that you did some shit. Which is why this is the hidden truth. You know that you did some shit. Then when you call, you're like, you know what? They'll never know. They don't even need to know. So it's in the means of taking that in. So, and that's why we have I left you before you could leave me. So you could have left mentally. I'm hearing you could have left mentally. You could have left emotionally, spiritually, whatever it is, right? You could have left this person. And then once they were like, oh, yeah. They're like, this kind of works out. I'll take that. And or you left. And it kind of just went there, right? You decided to really physically, like, which is crazy, which is funny, because I want to be more than friends. You guys are connected, which also led me to believe that you guys will be dealing with the fire sign, because it's that more than friends type thing, all right? So, water, release, and then readjust the situation for in the shadows and the hidden truth for you, okay? My earth signs. See, we got for you. There we go. Okay. What do we have for earth sign? Ooh. That card flew off. Thank you for leaving me, friend. That's what it says. It doesn't say that, but it does say thank you for leaving me. All right, anything else for my earth signs for this weekend to take a closer look at and really take a peek in? Okay. Oh. Okay, so you decided to leave a situation. So it says, I took the easy way out. Leaving you hurt me too. So it kind of hurts when you left. It was a little sting. Because people forget relationships, no matter how good or bad it was still a connection with this person. It was still an experience with this person. It was still spending time around this person's energy, their environment, their mindset, their words, their everything. Right? That's why Stockholm Syndrome is a thing. Okay? Not saying that's what you're going through. So it's understandable to be hurt by something, no matter how it ended, no matter how the relationship was, no matter what was going on. You took the easy way out to leave. It's a lot of taking the easy way out, but I ain't gonna knock nobody because water sign got the same thing. So leaving you hurt me too. So it says, I do wish you well. So again, there's no animosity. There's none of that. It's just like in a means of like, I do just wish you well. You know, I did take the easy way out leaving because I was just done. I just was over it. And that hurt me because it's just like, I am over it and I don't want to be over it with this person, but I can't go through it anymore. I do wish you well with all of that knowledge because I do love you. And we have, I scared myself that day. So it could have been something in a means of doing something out of character, out of your original mindset, out of measure your like original structure, or like saying something just like, what? Or doing something you just kind of scared yourself that day. It was just like, oh, wow. Let me take a step back, right? So whatever it is, it was a means of you scaring yourself that pushed you to the limit. Okay, we have, I know you're watching me. It's kind of, that card would be so hilarious because like, it's just, you understand somebody's looking at you, whether they're trying to keep in contact with you through associates, through social media, or they're just trying to incept your dreams, whatever the fuck it is. You feel it. We have, I don't need your approval, right? And I love that because it's in a means of like, I didn't need your approval to leave, to take this step, to take this thought for and with myself. I don't need it. I needed to do it in a means of just, it hurt me, yes, but I couldn't at this moment. I don't need your approval from me leaving you from my life. If I don't feel like it's working out, it definitely gonna work out for us, you know? We have, thank you for leaving me. Thank you. Thank you for actually deciding to let me go. Thank you for actually deciding to let me be. I'm happy that it's over is the last card that we got. You're happy that it's done. Because in a means of, you didn't want to leave this person, it hurts. You still care about this person, but it was in a means of like, there was no progression in the relationship that was worthwhile sticking out for, or fighting for, some would say. I'll just say working for. Alright. We got for our earth signs for the hidden truth. Anything else for the earth signs? Anything else? Anything else for the earth signs? Okay. So we have, I love you unconditionally. That's nice. That's cool. I love you unconditionally. Hopefully this is about yourself. Because either way. But I love you unconditionally. So you still have love for someone and or that person. We have, it was my fault, but I blamed you. This is hilarious. It was my fault, but I blamed you. It's the same but different situation depending on whom you are, is what I'm hearing. So this hidden truth is separate from the person in the shadows, if that makes sense. But for someone else, it is the same person. Okay? If it resonates with the same person, like that makes sense. It's the same person. That's why I took the easy way out, then it's you. If it's not like, no, I didn't take the easy way out because it was my fault, this is something else. You get what I'm saying? If you don't, you're earth sign. You'll get it. I got faith in you. So yeah, I love you unconditionally. It's my fault, but I blamed you. It's in a means of recognizing that I just was like, okay, yep, I'm gonna blame you because right now I don't have the means of like finding my grounds for why I did it, which is also why you feel like you don't owe anybody anything. I don't owe you. I don't need your approval. Because it was like, it was my fault, but I blame, but I also need your approval for what the fuck I did. But so why are you blaming the person? Anyways, we have, I left you before you could leave me. That could have been, again, mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, and sometimes sexually. I know it was a distraction from your pain, so you could have been somebody's rebound, somebody's bounce back, somebody's just like, I'm just going to start going around in different relationships. I'm going to be a serial dater. Is that what people call it? That's what I'm calling it. It's just, you knew who you were in this person's life. That's also why I'm hearing it's completely different than in the shadows, depending on what it is, okay? So you know that you was a distraction from somebody's pain, So it's this need of like, it was my fault, but I'm blaming you because of all this understanding of what I have. Okay, we have you were the best thing in my life, but you and I were too young. So it's that ignorance is bliss type thing is what I'm hearing. It's that enjoyment of what was, what could be based off of what was happening. Even though you recognized that you were distracting from somebody's pain, you left somebody before they could leave. All of this, it was just, it's like you love somebody unconditionally, even though you recognize that. That's why I say you shouldn't love people unconditionally, because if you're distracting from somebody's pain, they're not actually loving you and caring about you. But you're loving this person without no means of regards to yourself, and that's not good. That's not wise. Which is why you're doing things and blaming the other person, because you recognize that this person doesn't love and care about you. But you're at a confliction of self because you feel like it's the best thing in your life, because you don't actually also care about this person. I'm confused with this because y'all are confusing. Like hidden truth. Get it. It says, I hope that you can forgive me one day, which is leads back to the faults, and I blame you. We have I want you, which again means you were the best thing in my life, which means is that limitingness. Are you ready for that revolution, that change, that expression, that difference, that destruction for construction? Okay, it's that means of that. It's a recognizing of, are you going to truly take that step and realize I need to love myself unconditionally. Because I did some shit, because I knew some shit, and now I still want you, because I feel like that's the best shit that I'll ever get. Now, do this. Young, dumb, bro, high school kids. I don't know if you're a high school, but so that's for you, Earth. I'm gonna go ahead and get into this air. What do you have for air for in the shadows? Yours is about the taming of the power. I need to focus on my healing. Ooh, what did you want from me? Okay. That's a lot of cards. Anything else? You have you're so easy to see. Hold on. I don't know how to let you go. Okay. Anything else, Spirit, for air? Okay, so we have, I need to focus on, this is somebody, that's why your love reading is so nice and you got to release the past. Yeah. I need to focus on my healing. But the reason why you probably need to focus on your healing is because it says you did not break me. So it could have been a means of being in a very, like, stressful relationship situation, whatever it was. It was just, like, in a means of, like, I really got to focus on, like, you didn't break me, but I still need to mend to myself, love on myself, care about myself at this moment, right? I need to focus on my healing. That needs to be my clear focus. At this moment, I just can't. Right? We have, you did not break me. It says, what did you want from me? So it could have been a means of consent, like testing you, pushing you, control, whatever it is. It's like pushing back and forth. I do or I don't want you, or it's like, what did you want from me? Because you didn't break me. Now I'm focusing on my healing, but it's like, what did you want from me? Like, what was the end goal in you doing all of this? We have, you're so easy to see through. This is a means of, like, I still don't know why you wanted to do what you did, because it's not making sense. Because to me, it's just like it should be plain and clear. You're so easy to see through. Like, it's obviously that you're doing some shit, but you're not being real about it. I can see through that. I can see that, like, you're trying to break me, you're trying to test me, you're trying to control me, you're trying to keep me around for whatever it is. You're trying to just use me. I can see through you. And instead of means of you trying to lure me in and or keep me lured in, and I can't have that right now. Which is why we have, I don't know how to let you go. So instead of means of still thinking about this person, still wanting this person, still looking at this person, looking up this person, whatever it is, I don't know how to let you go. Right? So you can also be dealing with the water or the fire sign, because they kind of have the same means of that as well. Of knowing that somebody was watching them in that connection and having it, right? And in the means of both of them in a way kind of doing some fucked up shit. So Could be in connection to a fire or water sign, air, right? We have I don't know how to let you go, and I am not coming back. So it's in the means and against of recognizing when you are deciding to focus on your healing, that fresh start, the new love, that new beginning allows it to actually encapsulate in for you. Okay, so taking it in the shadows is a realization of just continuously focus on your healing, taming that power, recognizing who you are and that source. Okay, so go ahead and get that hidden truth for you. Air signs for the weekend. I wonder if you are happy without me, and I want you, which kind of leads back to I don't know how to let you go, which is the real matter of the situation of like you don't really want this person, you just know how to let this person go. I can't stop thinking about you, which happens a lot. Sometimes when you are healing, it's a little difficult to heal from something that you have to think about. Okay, so make sure again that we're not confusing our reevaluations, our thinking, our calming, our reflections, things of that sort isn't a means of like, this is actually what I want. No, you're thinking about that, and so your emotions are pacing you there. Make sure that you are staying present. They are not here. They are not around. This is actually what happened. Bring that logic back to it. Bring that air back into it. That sound reason that, okay, these are the receipts. This is what's going on, okay? I wonder if you're happy without me, which is probably why you're still thinking about the person or peeping on the person, whatever it is. I want you. I can't stop thinking about you. I wish I had treated you better. You're saying that in a means of... I wish I treated you better because maybe it would have been a little bit different. Maybe it wouldn't have been the way it was. Maybe you wouldn't have did this. Maybe you would have wanted me. Maybe we would have taken a step further. Maybe we would have lasted longer. Whatever it is, it's. I wish I treated you better, right? And or it means that maybe you were lacking in things, and that could have led to that as well. It says you don't know how hard it was to let you go, and that's in the physical sense of letting it go, like actually walking away so that you can focus on your healing. Thank you, Spirit. Tongue tied. So we have I wish things could be different, and it means a reflection of I just wish again that it didn't have to end this way. I wish that this wasn't the actual relationship where I was confused of what you actually wanted from me, why you actually wanted me around. I wish things were different. Maybe if I would have, whatever it is. We have I regret lying to you, which could have been why you also wish you treated them better. So maybe you're like, maybe if I would have did this, it could have did this, right? But in a means of somebody not really wanting you won't really change that. No offense, but offense can be taken if it's needed. Okay, so that is what we have for this weekend. Okay, that is about. It was mainly a love reading, which is quite hilariously cute. And taking that in. Okay, fire signs. This is before completion. Tighten up, wrap it up, focus, release. You release your control on others, release your control on self. You have to let go and allow yourself to just be truly authentically yourself, right? Take accountability, take responsibility, start having a little more discipline and structure, okay? Water signs, it is time to actually start going with the flow. If there's just the beginning, you don't know everything, you don't have all the information, you don't have all the tools, it's okay to take your time and kind of take the reflection and step back, okay? Because we can get wrapped with our emotions and we get into these little moves where we're just like, yeah, okay? So take it in. Allow the difficulty at the beginning. Allow that to start. Allow your love life to be action-filled. Allow it to be filled with all of that energy at the beginning of this, like a child, right? And take that in. And also allow yourself to own up to that as well and release this person, okay? Earth signs, my babies. I just say that because, yeah. Anyways, Earth signs, my babies, this is time for a revolution. This is time for a change. You have to shake some shit up. You have to change some shit. Earthquake that shit. It is time for a revolution. It's time for an evolution of self. It's time for a revising. It is time for a reshift. It is time for a change, okay? In your love life, it is time to take that in as well. Okay? And it is also time to allow yourself the truth of how you're feeling and what the fuck you're going through. Because that was also in the underlining the hidden truth and things. Allow yourself to actually truly be real. Okay? You gotta change some shit. You can't do the same thing. It's not working. I promise. Okay, we have the air signs. Allow yourself also to tap into your power. You have to tap into who you are, understanding who you are, recognizing who you are, healing yourself, focusing on yourself, taming that power, not allowing it to be so willingly used and accessible, being a little bit more discerned with what you are and are doing. Okay, allow that to happen. Be a little bit more intentional and release this person and allow that new love to come in. Okay. So now that's been the reading for this weekend. You can always watch these live on my Instagram at Leticia_Moon on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe so that way I can continuously grow and share these messages. I love you guys. Love yourselves more. Until next time.